Honorable Men Discord. Let's talk ASAP Rocky's Don't Be Dumb album. Let's talk about it.
How you see yourself is how you perceived. I see a man strong, gifted, head strapping, never down on his knees, begging. Gotta make a way, even in my darkest hour. Say the odds against me was new. I would never cower.
As always, welcome back to another episode. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Tell a friend to tell a friend. I drop episodes daily at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. So the reason why I decided to do an episode on this album is because I think it's very refreshing. It's at the top of this new year, and I think it's needed. I think we need a break from the typical songs that have been coming out from artists and the predictable songs, I should say, that have been coming out from artists. And this project is due to drop on the 16th of this month, the 16th of January. Okay? And this week, he dropped a video for his first song, which is called Punk Rocky, and I enjoyed it. It has a feel. You know, he's done an excellent job throughout his career giving us a vibe. And you might say, oh, other artists give vibes also. He gives vibes throughout his whole projects. My favorite project from ASAP Rocky is Long Last ASAP, and that came out in 2015. And that's my favorite album from him. All right, this is his fourth studio album, but Long Last ASAP is definitely my favorite album. Long Live ASAP, I thought was a good album also. All right, but the 2015 album, At Long Last ASAP, that's my favorite album. Long Live ASAP, it had a good feel also. They all have great feels, but my favorite was At Long Last ASAP. But the video for his first single is Punk Rocky, and I really appreciated the visuals. I'm a big fan of when artists take pride in their covers, their videos, and their rollout. Okay, this cover behind me was created and crafted by Tim Burton. If you don't know who Tim Burton is, he's the man behind movies like Beetlejuice, right? So you can see how when you look at these images, how it's similar to that of the characters you see in a movie like Beetlejuice, right? I think it's okay. I think it's a not bad album cover. You know, anything that's different, I appreciate it. It's very artsy in nature, and I appreciate that. But I also appreciate, more than anything, the music. And ASAP Rocky, this particular song, it gave me Cali vibes. I feel like this is like, I could see you on Venice Beach in California. It's almost Cali meets Soho. All right. If you agree with me, let me know in the comment section. But this Punk Rocky song, very much is a laid back, chill, just take a long drive. I'm with it. And you know, the visual, there's nothing negative about it. I love it. It's a good break from what we always see. I'm personally tired of seeing people doing videos in front of bodegas. I'm tired of the block videos. I'm tired of the neighborhood videos. I'm tired of those videos. And that doesn't mean that you there's anything wrong with you coming from those places or representing those places. My issue is not with where you come from, but the fact that if you're claiming to be an artist, you're not challenging yourself and giving us unique visuals. And when you don't challenge yourself, or when you choose not to give unique visuals, I start to question how much you care about the craft. It starts to make me feel like you're just in the craft to make money or to become popular. And those are the wrong reasons to do music. I'm going to say it again. If you're doing music to become popular or just to make money, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. And there's going to be those that don't care, and they make it clear that's what I'm in it for. And that's fine. But that's the reason why your music lacks. It lacks depth. It lacks soul for those reasons. When you go into music because you want to showcase your talent, you want to tell your story in a unique fashion, you want to you connect with the instruments, those are the pure reasons to go into music. Not for the money, not for popularity. And ASAP Rocky who's married to Rihanna, for those of you that don't know, which I'm sure all of you know that, A$AP Rocky does not need to go in the studio and make any more music. Okay? But because he's doing so, it's a tell-all sign that he's doing it because he really loves music. All right? He doesn't need to put out another project. For what? He could put out singles if he wanted to. And when he wants to. Right? But he's putting out a whole album. And I could expect for each song to flow with one another. I can expect for it to be a complete project. And I can expect that because his last 3 projects did just that. So I don't know about any of you all, but so far 2026 is starting off with a good, refreshing feel with this release. And the title, Don't Be Dumb, I like it. I like it. You know, that's a phrase that years ago was used a lot. You know, when someone was about to make a poor decision and the other person had to help them snap out of it, say like, don't be dumb. All right. In other words, don't even try it. You know, I don't know if that's the same way he's trying to phrase it by saying don't be dumb, but that's the way I remember it to be, is when you're trying to tell somebody, don't make that dumb mistake. All right. But with that being said, what's your thoughts on the artwork? What's your thoughts on the title? But even more so, what's your thoughts on this video? Did you enjoy the video? I enjoyed the video. And again, the feel to me feels like Soho meets Cali. There's a whole vibe behind the flow, and I love it. Something refreshing. I don't want to hear any songs about us killing each other, or about how we can kill one another, or about how much drugs we're moving. It's exhausting. And I know some of my favorite artists are doing that, but it's oversaturated, folks. We need to really, if you're out there, for those of you artists that are out there watching this video, please, please, please show some depth. If you're going to talk the drug talk, if you're going to talk the violence, please be artistic with it. Please mix it up. Please choose beats that allow you that challenge you. Don't always take the typical beats that everybody else is doing. I would advise you not to take beats that people are rhyming on, that are common. Take something that's going to challenge you, something that's unique, where you're like, this might be a little difficult, but I might be able to do something to it, something interesting. And you can still talk your talk, but be creative with it. That's what being an artist is about. And that's what I think it is, in my opinion. You could disagree with me. What do you think an artist is? Do you think an artist is doing what everybody else is doing? I don't believe so. And I think if you ask a true artist what being an artist is, they would say self-expression, but they would say originality. But that's my thoughts. What's your thoughts on all of this? Are you excited for this A$AP Rocky album dropping on January 16th? And what's your favorite A$AP Rocky album? And that's it. You know, Harlem, I know you're proud for this artist, as you should be. He's one of the greats from Harlem, along with Cam'ron, Mace, and yeah. But again, this young man, he brings a different, refreshing energy, and I can only imagine what this album will be. Hopefully this album becomes my favorite album from A$AP Rocky. But so far, the video is heading in the right direction. But that's all I have for this episode. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, tell a friend to tell a friend. I drop episodes daily at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And as always, stay honorable.